It's just all in all a very, very different experience and performance level. New technology, new evolutions, new simulations.
When Koenigsegg speaks, the automotive world listens. And when it unleashes a machine like the Gemera, jaws drop. But this isn't just another hypercar. It's a high-tech juggernaut with family-sized doors and space for four, wrapped around a powertrain that sounds like science fiction. So, we had this amazing technology that panned out better than we could ever hope. At the core of this beast lies the dark matter electric motor, a name as mysterious as the technology itself. Boasting a staggering 800 horsepower in a unit the size of a carry-on bag, it's poised to disrupt everything we thought we knew about electric propulsion. Pair it with a twin-turbo V8 and Koenigsegg's own light-speed tourbillon transmission, and you have a car that doesn't just chase records, it vaporizes them. This is more than engineering brilliance. It's an all-out assault on the future of performance. And Koenigsegg is here to dominate. And Koenigsegg might actually dominate the entire industry. The genesis of the Gemera. When Koenigsegg unveiled the Gemera in 2020, it was met with disbelief. Not just because it was the company's first four-seater, but because it dared to merge comfort, space, and usability with the DNA of a full-blooded hypercar. Christian von Koenigsegg didn't just want to make a fast car. He wanted to reinvent what a grand tourer could be without giving up an ounce of performance. The Gemera was born from a bold question. What if you could take your family on a 250-mile-per-hour road trip? The concept was radical. While other manufacturers were busy refining electric SUVs or tweaking sports sedans for track day credibility, Koenigsegg broke away from the pack with something never seen before. A true mega GT. This wasn't a stretched-out supercar with rear seats. It was purpose-built from the ground up to seat four adults comfortably, carry luggage, and still destroy lap times with a vengeance. The mission: make a car that's as viable for cross-country travel as it is for annihilating a Nürburgring timesheet. Early prototypes were powered by the TFG, Tiny Friendly Giant, a 2.0-liter twin-turbo three-cylinder engine that used free-valve technology to eliminate the traditional camshaft. Despite its compact size, the TFG produced 600 horsepower and 600 Newton-meters of torque. It was a marvel of efficiency and mechanical ingenuity, capable of running on various renewable fuels and light enough to keep the Gemera nimble. At the time, it was the ideal internal combustion complement to the car's three electric motors. But Koenigsegg was never content with just amazing. By 2023, the team decided to rewrite the script again. Out went the three-cylinder. In came Koenigsegg's 5.0-liter twin-turbo V8, a savage engine pulled straight from the Jesko hypercar, offering a thundering 1,500 horsepower on its own. Mated to the newly developed light-speed tourbillon transmission and paired with a reconfigured electric system featuring the revolutionary dark matter motor, the Gemera wasn't just powerful, it was ludicrous. This pivot was more than just an engine swap. It was a declaration. Koenigsegg wasn't just exploring hybrid territory, they were staking a claim to it. The hybrid system, built entirely in-house, was tailored to offer the benefits of electric drive, instant torque, smooth delivery, zero emissions in short bursts, without compromising the raw, analog fury of a high-revving V8. And all of it fit within the sleek, long-bodied carbon monocoque that defined the Gemera's silhouette. With dihedral doors that opened to reveal a shockingly spacious cabin, panoramic glass, and minimalist Scandinavian aesthetics, the Gemera looked every bit like the Hyper GT of the future. More than just a car, the Gemera was, and still is, a statement. It signaled that Koenigsegg would not follow trends, it would create them. The decision to push beyond the TFG to install both a ludicrous V8 and the world's most powerful electric motor in a four-seater chassis wasn't just about more power. It was about proving that no dream is too ambitious, especially when you're Koenigsegg. Deep dive into the dark matter electric motor. Koenigsegg doesn't name things lightly. Jesko, Regira, Gemera, each name carries a vision. But dark matter, that's something else entirely. Named after the invisible, enigmatic substance believed to hold galaxies together, Koenigsegg's dark matter electric motor lives up to its mysterious title by packing absurd levels of power into an impossibly compact package. And just like its cosmic namesake, it could very well reshape our understanding of what's possible, at least in the world of performance electric drive units. Let's start with the headline: 800 horsepower and 1,250 Newton meters of torque delivered from a motor that weighs just 39 kilograms. That power-to-weight ratio is unheard of in the EV world, or any world for that matter. To put it into perspective, the dark matter motor has a higher specific output than the engines in Formula One cars, and unlike typical electric motors that peak early and taper off, this one is built to push hard throughout the rev range. It's not just fast, it's relentless. So, how does Koenigsegg achieve this? The magic lies in its axial flux design, a fusion of radial and axial flux principles. Traditional electric motors are typically one or the other. Radial flux motors are common in automotive applications, known for their simplicity and torque. Axial flux motors are prized for their compact design and high power density, but are trickier to manufacture and cool down. Koenigsegg's answer: combine both. In essence, the dark matter motor utilizes radial flux for sustained torque and axial flux for packaging, efficiency, and cooling. This hybrid architecture allows it to be ultra-compact yet brutally powerful, with better efficiency and less heat generation than conventional designs. It also results in a flat motor layout that integrates seamlessly with Koenigsegg's proprietary transmission systems. But it doesn't stop there. The dark matter is also a six-phase motor, rather than the standard three-phase configuration found in nearly all electric cars. Why? Because six-phase designs reduce the ripple current, which in turn improves efficiency, lowers heat, and increases motor life. It also offers redundancy. If a phase fails, the motor can still operate at reduced performance. This kind of fail-safe architecture is rarely seen outside of aerospace engineering. In Koenigsegg's hands, it's standard. And then there's the cooling system. Koenigsegg has employed an integrated liquid cooling jacket to keep thermal performance in check, even under extreme loads. Combined with lightweight, high-strength materials such as carbon fiber stator housings and rotor components, the motor remains cool, efficient, and lightweight, even at redline-level outputs. It's worth noting that this entire unit, with all its complexity and bleeding-edge materials, was designed and built in-house. No outsourcing, no off-the-shelf components. That level of vertical integration allows Koenigsegg to push design boundaries in ways that even the largest automakers wouldn't dare. It's not just a motor, it's a symbol of total engineering control. In operation, the dark matter motor delivers near instantaneous torque that supplements the monstrous 5.0-liter V8 in the Gemera. It provides torque vectoring to the rear wheels, improving handling, stability, and cornering precision. During low-speed driving or urban cruising, It powers the car in full EV mode, offering up to 50 kilometers, 31 miles of electric-only range. While that number may not rival a Tesla, it's not meant to. This is about flexibility. In city environments, the Gemera can glide silently through traffic, emission-free. On the open road, it can summon thunder at the flick of a pedal. Perhaps one of the most striking aspects of dark matter is how it contributes to the drivability of the Gemera. In many high-performance hybrids, electric motors are bolted on as afterthoughts, offering inconsistent power delivery or sluggish response. Not here. Koenigsegg has tuned the dark matter's instant torque curves to fill in the low-end power gap of the V8, virtually eliminating turbo lag and delivering a seamless surge from zero to insanity. More impressively, Koenigsegg's control software integrates all these systems, V8, dark matter motor, and light-speed tourbillon transmission, into one cohesive symphony. Whether the Gemera is launching from a standstill, weaving through mountain passes, or cruising in electric-only mode, the transitions are buttery smooth, almost imperceptible. That's a direct result of how deeply Koenigsegg has engineered its own hardware and software stack, something very few automakers attempt, let alone master. From a design perspective, dark matter also allows for packaging advantages that other electric systems can't match. Its compact, pancake-like profile gives engineers more room to play with vehicle architecture, contributing to the Gemera's surprisingly spacious cabin and trunk area. Remember, this is a 2,300 horsepower hypercar that still has cup holders and enough room for 4 full-sized adults. But let's step back for a moment. The real story here isn't just the numbers, though they are staggering. The real story is what dark matter represents. It's a signal flare to the automotive industry that Koenigsegg isn't just playing with electrification, it's redefining it. While most brands lean on outsourced components and conservative strategies to electrify their lineups, Koenigsegg has built a revolutionary motor from scratch in-house and integrated it into a platform that still manages to be breathtakingly fast, surprisingly practical, and unmistakably original. This motor doesn't just push boundaries, it smashes them with unapologetic force. If dark matter becomes scalable, and knowing Koenigsegg, that's probably already in the works, it could influence more than just hypercars. Imagine lightweight, ultra-powerful electric motors in sports cars, trucks, even aircraft. The implications stretch far beyond the Gemera, pointing toward a future where electric performance isn't synonymous with compromise, but with domination. For now, the dark matter motor is a glimpse into that future. Silent, deadly, and impossibly efficient, it sits at the heart of one of the most exciting machines ever built. It's a technological masterpiece, a black hole of torque and innovation, and it's ready to pull the entire industry into its orbit. The V8 hybrid powertrain, a symphony of fire and voltage. There are powerful engines, and then there's Koenigsegg's V8, a 5.0-liter twin-turbocharged masterpiece that already shocked the world in the Jesko and Jesko Absolute. This engine isn't just another big power plant. It's a cornerstone of Koenigsegg's philosophy, relentless, obsessive, otherworldly performance. And in the Gemera, this brutal combustion engine has found a new partner, electricity. The result? A hybrid system so extreme, so theatrical, and so far beyond conventional thinking, it doesn't just blur the lines between gas and electric, it vaporizes them. Let's talk numbers first, because this setup earns them. The V8 alone, revving to 8,500 revolutions per minute and powered by twin turbos, produces 1,500 horsepower. That's already more than most Bugattis, but when you combine it with the 800 horsepower from the dark matter electric motor, the Gemera's total output climbs to a face-melting 2,300 horsepower and 2,750 Newton-meters, 2,027 pound-feet of torque. Those aren't just supercar stats, they're spaceship stats. What's astonishing isn't just the peak numbers, but how this power is delivered. The Gemera's powertrain is built around a clever hybrid architecture where the V8 drives the front axle and the dark matter electric motor powers the rear. This dual-source setup allows the Gemera to operate in three distinct modes: EV mode for short trips or city driving, where the Gemera operates as a full electric car with the dark matter motor quietly pushing it along; hybrid mode, where both the V8 and electric motor contribute as needed, optimizing for performance, fuel economy, or emissions depending on driving conditions; and track boost mode, where all systems go: full V8 rage, full electric torque, maximum aggression. It's like activating warp drive. The interplay between these two wildly different sources of propulsion is managed by one of Koenigsegg's most mind-blowing innovations, the light-speed tourbillon transmission, LST. Unlike a traditional gearbox, LST has no synchros, no clutch packs, and no flywheel. Instead, it uses a multi-clutch design with ultra-fast gear changes as quick as 20 milliseconds and the ability to jump from any gear to any other gear instantly, hence the Lightspeed name. It's like paddle shifting through a dimension where gears don't exist linearly. You want ninth to second, instant, sixth to reverse? Sure, just don't try it at 200 miles per hour. Integrating this system with both a V8 and an electric motor was no small feat, but Koenigsegg managed it in such a way that torque is never interrupted. The electric motor smooths out any gaps, provides torque fill during shifts, and allows the V8 to stay in its optimal power band. The result is an unbroken tidal wave of acceleration that feels more like a continuous detonation than traditional propulsion. There's more to this hybrid symphony than just savagery, though. Koenigsegg didn't just bolt on electrification for regulation's sake. They engineered it to enhance efficiency, responsiveness, and drivability. In lower speed scenarios, the Gemera's hybrid system improves fuel economy, reduces emissions, and creates a genuinely usable daily driving experience. If daily driving includes scaring passengers and outrunning fighter jets. Perhaps most brilliantly, the V8 in the Gemera doesn't need fossil fuel. It can run on renewable ethanol, methanol, or even Vulcanol, a renewable alcohol-based fuel derived from CO2 neutral sources. Christian von Koenigsegg has long advocated for green performance, not through compromises like low-horsepower EVs, but through alternative fuels and cutting-edge efficiency. In this hybrid setup, clean energy and brutal horsepower coexist, not as enemies, but as partners. And let's not forget the sound. The Gemera's V8 produces an auditory experience that modern cars, often strangled by turbochargers and emissions gear, simply can't match. It growls, shrieks, and bellows with a mechanical fury that's unfiltered and alive. Pair that with the silent, eerie force of the dark matter motor, and what you get isn't just a drivetrain. It's a two-part orchestra of primal combustion and future tech torque, fire and voltage, rage and precision. In a time where hybridization often means restraint, the Gemera's powertrain is a rejection of compromise. It shows the world that performance and sustainability can not only coexist, but push each other to greater extremes. No muted plug-in commuter, no eco-mode dullness. This is Koenigsegg's version of hybrid, unleashed, unapologetic, and ready to vaporize anything in its path. Design and engineering mastery, the form behind the fury. When you first lay eyes on the Koenigsegg Gemera, it doesn't immediately scream family car. Its aggressive stance, taut surfaces, and spaceship-like lines seem sculpted for a future where roads are optional and limits are obsolete. Yet somehow, within this fearsome shell lies a luxurious four-seat GT that could comfortably take your kids to school at warp speed. Koenigsegg has long redefined how form follows function, but with the Gemera, the Swedish manufacturer achieved something that borders on absurd. They built a 2,300 horsepower megacar that's also practical, ergonomic, and elegantly minimal. Let's start with the architecture. The Gemera rides on a carbon fiber monocoque chassis, ensuring ultimate rigidity and minimal weight. This ultralight structure allowed Koenigsegg to engineer dihedral synchro helix doors, massive upward swinging portals that offer easy entry to all four seats. That's right, no awkward folding or sliding. Just open the door and step in, like you're boarding a sci-fi luxury shuttle. Inside, the Gemera is a masterclass in modern Swedish design. Despite the mechanical madness under the skin, the cabin is calm, sleek, and unexpectedly spacious. There are 4 fully adjustable memory foam seats, dual infotainment screens, tri-zone climate control, and even heated and cooled cup holders. The minimalist dashboard layout is futuristic yet intuitive, emphasizing clean lines and an immersive digital interface. It's a radical departure from the analog hypercar norm, yet distinctly Koenigsegg. Every surface feels bespoke. The upholstery options range from sustainably sourced leather to advanced technical fabrics, and nearly everything can be customized. But unlike other luxury manufacturers who overwhelm with excess, Koenigsegg focuses on material honesty and intelligent design. No useless buttons, no fake chrome, just lightweight beauty designed to enhance driving. Even more astonishing is how much utility Koenigsegg packed into the Gemera's sleek body. With 2 trunks, one in the front and one in the rear, the car offers actual luggage space, enough for a weekend getaway for 4. It's a hypercar that lets you travel, not just terrorize the track. The engineering precision doesn't stop at comfort. Every body panel on the Gemera is honed for aerodynamics, cooling, or downforce. Air intakes and channels are seamlessly integrated into the car's sculpture, and active aerodynamic components dynamically adjust based on speed and mode. Its form and function are in perfect synchronicity. But perhaps the most impressive feat of all is how Koenigsegg balanced extreme performance with real-world usability. Most cars with this kind of power are twitchy, uncomfortable beasts. The Gemera, by contrast, offers adaptive suspension, rear-wheel steering, and active ride height adjustment, making it surprisingly drivable, even tame when needed. In the Gemera, beauty isn't skin-deep. Every angle, every component, every line serves a purpose, whether it's slicing air at 250 miles per hour or offering a smooth ride in city traffic. It's a design philosophy that could only come from Koenigsegg, where radical ideas meet razor-sharp execution. And the result is a hypercar that isn't just fast. It's intelligent, elegant, and unprecedentedly human. The transmission revolution. Light-speed tourbillon explained. If there's one part of the Gemera that's as mind-bending as its powertrain, it's the light-speed tourbillon transmission, LST. A name that sounds like it belongs in a Swiss watch catalog, not a 2,300 horsepower hybrid monster. But make no mistake, this isn't marketing fluff. LST is one of the most revolutionary gearboxes ever built, and it plays a pivotal role in making the Gemera a true engineering unicorn. First, some context. Traditional automatic transmissions rely on torque converters, planetary gear sets, or dual clutch systems. They come with limitations: gear lag, power interruption, weight penalties, and mechanical complexity. Koenigsegg, of course, saw these constraints and threw out the entire concept. Instead, the LST is built around multi-clutch logic, utilizing 9 forward gears and 3 clutches that can engage independently or simultaneously. The genius lies in the fact that the car doesn't have to move up or down gears sequentially. It can go from 3rd to 7th or 9th to 2nd in a single, blisteringly fast jump. Think of it as a teleportation system for torque. In traditional gearboxes, you're dealing with physical constraints, rotating masses that take time to shift, requiring synchronization. With LST, there are no synchros, no flywheels, no torque converters. What you get instead is instantaneous gear selection with shift times as low as 20 milliseconds. That's faster than the blink of an eye and significantly quicker than even the best dual-clutch systems used in modern supercars. But LST doesn't just enable rapid shifting, it also manages how power flows from both the V8 engine and the dark matter electric motor. Since these two systems operate very differently, one thrives on revs and explosions, the other delivers torque instantly. The gearbox needs to act as a conductor in a very violent orchestra. And that's exactly what it does. For instance, during hard acceleration, the LST can keep the V8 engine at its optimal RPM band, while the electric motor smooths over shifts with seamless torque delivery. In slower city speed conditions, the gearbox allows the car to operate purely in EV mode, silent, efficient, and uncannily smooth. No jerking, no delays, just uninterrupted power and absolute control. What really sets this system apart, though, is how mechanically simple it is. Fewer parts mean less weight and fewer failure points. Koenigsegg has even said that the LST is lighter than most DCTs, despite being capable of managing far more power and torque. That's a direct benefit to performance, reliability, and packaging. And yes, the tourbillon in the name is deliberate. It's a nod to the intricate, ultra-precise rotating mechanism found in luxury watches, designed to eliminate error. That same spirit drives the LST. It's not just a functional component. It's a mechanical masterpiece, one that embodies the obsessive attention to detail that Koenigsegg brings to everything it builds. In a world where software often masks mechanical shortcomings, the LST is the opposite, raw mechanical genius, built to handle the rawest car ever to come from Ängelholm. It doesn't just shift gears, it redefines what shifting means altogether. Performance that breaks the internet, and what comes next. Let's talk numbers, because the Gemera doesn't just whisper statistics, it roars them with a thunderclap that echoes through the automotive world. This 4-seat Grand Tourer isn't just powerful, it's historically powerful. With a total system output of up to 2,300 horsepower and 2,750 Newton-meters of torque when fitted with the twin-turbo V8 and the dark matter electric motor. That gives it acceleration figures typically reserved for 2-seat rockets, 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 1.9 seconds, and a top speed expected to exceed 250 miles per hour. But raw speed is only part of the story. Thanks to its hybrid design and Koenigsegg's obsessive engineering, The Gemera can also cruise in pure electric mode for up to 50 kilometers or operate with flex fuel compatibility, including running on CO2 neutral methanol or E85. It's not just a supercar, it's a statement about what performance in a sustainable future could look like. On the track, the adaptive suspension, torque vectoring, and active aero systems make the Gemera handle like something half its size and weight. On the road, it's as docile and usable as a high-end luxury sedan. And that duality, that's the genius of Koenigsegg. The Gemera isn't trying to be the fastest car in just one category. It's trying to be all categories and then redefine them. So, what's next? Well, Christian von Koenigsegg and his team aren't exactly known for slowing down. With the Gemera, they've proven that you don't need to compromise. That absurd power, cutting-edge tech, and day-to-day usability can coexist. This car is the foundation of a new era of performance, one that doesn't apologize for burning rubber, but does so with intelligence, modularity, and forward thinking. Koenigsegg has hinted that many of these innovations, from the dark matter electric motor to the light-speed tourbillon transmission, are scalable, possibly destined for future models or even shared with other industries. What began as a dream in a Swedish airfield is now shaping the entire trajectory of hypercar evolution. And so, we're left with a question, not just for gearheads, but for anyone paying attention. If this is what the future looks like, are you ready to let go of what you thought cars were supposed to be? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.